I just want to see what history is going to be all about. I haven't been able to catch too much of him on the South American side of things, and I'm kind of surprised because most of these players who I'm looking at who do get, you know, thrown back and forth once every couple of months, I get to cover all of them. History is definitely a new one in the books for me, and Undusto should be very relevant. This pistol round, though, is going to come through without a hitch for the T side to get the bomb plant initially. It's going to be a full 5-on-5 retake. No kits, funnily enough. Art's got a flashbang, but that's not going to help you cut down the timing. You need to go in fast.
You gotta make a move here. They're already flashing up towards long, and that's where it's going to be cut off by DRG. Forward for a quick kill and keep this long so nice and covered.
We flashes to try and turn around for the Sharks to fight, for Solid to fight once again. DRG to try and initiate action. They're still managing to hold on to the sides. Tomatic does go down, but he's bought so much time. There's no longer any chance to try and win this one. It's all about the money, though, for the T side. Nighthon continue to farm it up. It just seems like a round too easy for the Solid side. Fluxo putting all their eggs in a basket and never really came home. It's all about the squeeze. Fluxo are trying to set up for that. A couple of flashes to continue delaying. They're really hoping that Solid's going to be found by that flanking long player, but history for now has been removed from the rest of the pack. Flashbang in, he goes! The dualies! The dualies! They're doing it. 2.5 kills, and it's going to be a sorry state for Solid. And now comes in that push. Now comes in that long player who's been waiting for this exact moment. Nighthon's the only one to watch out for him. It's going to be a dangerous spot as Nyx wants to win this duel. Nighthon is low. Remember, if that's going to be another casualty faced with the lack of bomb, this is going to be tragedy. It's a recoverable gun as well. Suddenly a 4-on-2. So worried about someone close by with a 5-7 with the Deagle. They're dotting their I's, crossing their T's, but they realize it's not a sentence they're trying to make. It's a picture. And it's a picture of their death.
And a second round opper here for history. Third round, I guess.
Their money as well. They didn't buy into that one. Remember, this wasn't a full force buy, so they've got money to spare behind this as well. History is going to be able to spot out that first player. Nighton's taken down, and that's the head-to-head starting off the way I thought it would.
And
they want to start creeping forward with a flashbang. The smoke's been sent out to the doors. Flashback from CTs as well to show there's multiple presence, but history's actually been blinded and forced away from the angle, worried about a potential flame. But no, it's in fact 2 quick kills and maybe a bit more where that came from. DRG finally shuts him down. Early flashbang does mean there could be a peek from Kai, decides against it, waiting for the bomb to be planted, will swing out, denies. No, the bomb will go down, so at least the money comes through for Solid.
Gonna be tough for the rifles to hold up against Cat. Not gonna head in that direction though. The smokes and a lot of utility that's remaining here from Fluxo, multiple mollies tossed in. They're gonna have to adjust this one quick towards mid to B. HE to blow open that smoke. Your Destiny evades any sort of spam damage here. Trying to flash Art through the smoke, but not perfectly executed. 20 seconds left. They've got to get a move on here. Destiny still cutting off the rotates, but there's a crossfire into this P side, and history somehow connects the shots. They still have to get into sight, though. Time running low. They don't have a chance to make this work. And Solid fall victim to the clock right there in a big way. Yeah, I mean, losing your mid-prong are always going to be a big detail. Also felt like Destiny could really never activate in that position. Just waiting for the cutting off the rotates, putting a lot of faith in his teammates to do that early damage. This time, though, Furia has to give over that long control, and Kai taking some initiative. That is good to see out of him. Oh,
Monda's trying to get aggressive with the Mac 10. He's got a fantastic bit of timing. 2 quick kills found, and now Art suddenly sweating. History will at least come through with a nice little handkerchief moment. Wipes off some of the pressure from him, but look at the flying GBB. Comes through, all picked up as well, but remember, it's still a 1-on-2. He just wants to make sure that he's getting a duel anywhere he can. The AWP will not be his weapon of choice. He will not be given a duel of his choice either. Art will finish the day with a quick 3.
Some sort of activity that head-to-head might be flaring up once again, but sliding by is Kai with another aggressive maneuver.
Look at what Art is up to as well. Kai just guaranteeing Art over here. He's strangely defensive. DRG is just not ready, but still gets the adjustment. And now suddenly, Kai's on an island. A Molotov behind him, an incendiary in front. There was nowhere to go. It's hell on either side.
And they're patient here. Again, that default holding as steady as can be. They're waiting for the reaction here from Flux, so that you'd have to imagine is coming soon in towards middle.
Wow, that Molotov is perfectly placed. Nick just doesn't know what's going on, but he still gets a kill for free. what Nighton trades. At least Nighton's managed to trade. I'm surprised Spear is still looking for a fight, reinforcing the B bomb site might be the play, but the Shadow spotted that duel's never being won by him. History might be giving a second one over, but he decides against it. Flashbang's gonna do nothing to Nighton, but he just misses the shot. 1 versus 3 again. I am very surprised.
An exciting prospect for this series, and for an Opera that we know can put a scare on Nighton. Smoke fades away. It's a little too late for GBB.
That flashbang just doesn't come through. Nighton's also got the bomb. He needs to make a move in things. He cannot be the one holding down middle. And GBB is going to be regretting the fact that he can't be avenged. But look at this aggression forward. Destiny's all the way into the site. They've got no idea. There's a dead man on elbow. It's Art, and he's suddenly calling for help. Pyria good for one. Is he aware that there's more where that came from? He has to be. There were steps made. Double push inside. Nyx is taking down his own teammate, so it's back to a 2 versus 3. Solid still relying on DRG, though, who's creeping forward. He's moved around the site. There's a free duel waiting for him. He knows where Pyria is. Pyria's a goner. Pyria's dead. And all in the meanwhile, Nyx is the one who's trying to get some flank-on-flank action. But where is Nighton? He has to be planting the bomb. History's got nowhere to do with this. Nothing to do with this AWP. Aggressing forward, spots out the head, takes down DRG, but Nighton's traded. And now it comes back to that head-to-head. Nighton gets aggressive, and History's too fast. He's just too fast.
You're going to silently scale up again here. Solid have been good with the contact motion, but there's not a lot of utility, and these flashes have to be effective with little they have. Oh, and it's everyone blind right now.
Destiny's in. History doesn't know. History might end up going down to the second player, though. History gets it! The adjustment from him have been fantastic, but he still needs more to stay alive over here. He will not be given that chance, and Tomate is a headshot machine right now. I would even go as far as saying Nyx will not be given a shot for free. There's a chance given over to Nighton, but that chance has been missed, and suddenly back to a 2 versus 2. Art low on HP is now fortunate to have that. A1 even more fortunate to have Nyx on his side, who continues to fight. Now player spotted out, and DRG's waiting. It's the first who's been taken down, not ready for number 2, and the adjustment's not there. Does he realize? Yes, he does. Now with the full crossover, it's IGL to steal the win. Solid, bring it back.
But they get into a comfortable position where they're ready to get very explosive, and then, you know, bam, they're there before you can really prepare yourself.
Well, listen, there's no dualies on Fluxo, so I think we can safely say they're losing this round. Right, Cole? Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, only 5-7s. Those aren't scary. And this time the flash is never going to come through there. There's the activity out of Destiny. It's actually HE that they send his way, but he's a tank. It'll take a lot more to deal with him. It's Arch rocking a scout. That's a big shot. That may disrupt the game plan just a tad. Slow them down a little bit. They still seem confident in their motion out towards B, though.
Yeah, I think the game plan is clear. Go find the guy with the scout and just shoot him.
Oh, they can't shoot him?
It's not working! Oh my...
Oh my god! A double up right there. Collateral coming through from Art. It took him so long to finish the job. Only one survives. It's Destiny on low HP. There's a real chance here for Pyria.
There's guns to recover as well if you get that first kill. Destiny doesn't want to take the peak, and there's a smoke down. Now, this might not be working in his favor, but if nothing else, he can push out and try and get those... Well, okay, he's going to say... Conceding number 4, they will be able to pull out at least one more full gun round. This next round is going to be incredibly important. That is nice.
Did the reverse dust 2 right there. CT plucking out the cross towards A.
That's the nice thing about dust 2. Even if you're getting kills saving, at least they look good.
They do. What else looks
Just
good?
like
Let's see
Destiny.
this one again.
Oh,
This is not it yet. Wow, I mean, how does he survive here, man? They can't get him.
They almost lined up 3 is the worst. Man.
Yeah.
Eco going wrong into history going right too many times, but Art's got a UMP, and I know where I'm siding for that gun. Good for 1. That's what you can guarantee, but no more than that.
Good for some fun right there. Speaking of rolling back the years, here for history, in terms of trying to target the easier part of the map, a double up into B with still a smoke left to bloom is a scary prospect.
Nathan has to be keeping an eye out for Nyx, but he was the one throwing the smoke earlier on. Now Nyx just tries to hide away. Nathan will finally get a scope down, and Nyx is down as well. Kai, good for one. If there has to be a performance, it's this man who'll deliver. 3 already. One up top, dropping down, receives the headshot, and Nathan has no idea what lies around the corner. It's Spiria to shut him down. If he is not going to be the one to power your jet forward.
I'm trying to run it back here. And a long play on the pistol, but this time Flash and the duelie's looking to activate early.
Out goes Nathan, GBB, good for one, but history's already traded. It's these long-range shots, so you have to be careful about. The Glocks might not be the best set in Destiny. How? Through the smoke. Finds Kai, head's been taken off, Art's already low, feeling worried about planting the bomb, and now the CTs are going to reset and go back. They're waiting for this double push on long, they don't need to wait at all. Tamate on the dualies. Comes through again. Tamate, maybe a jumping Kaylee. Not even needed. It's Destiny to come through from behind, provide distraction and Fluxo. Not that easy read.
To stabilize here. Another gun round to play up against. And you know, talking about history, the first gun round that comes out here on the T side doesn't have an op. See if that proves any problem.
Well, GBB is still going to be the one dealing with this fast, long push out. At least he has a lot of resources expended from his teammates to keep him alive. Flashes galore, and Art is suddenly without flashes of his own. Nice readjustment while Destiny's peppered up. It's going to be GBB from up top to get one and maybe even get away. Look at the damage. He's making so much noise, but he's so much chaos. Fluxo have no idea how to enter this A-long area.
Yeah, that's, I mean, an awkward angle to deal with as well. They're out of the gates. GBB taking the high road on the long duel. And finds himself a couple of picks. That long side gets shut out. And a lot of early resources spent in keeping this long control in their favor. But now they're still ready for the next move here. And holding off Catwalk with quite a bit of presence. 3 players close by.
Spotted out now. Fantastic shot from History. Shows he can do it with the AK as well. An incendiary that goes missed, but History's shots will not. He wants to keep it going, and there's 2 more where that came from. It could be easy peaks while the bomb's being planted, but instead it is death and dismay. Fluxo, hope afforded to them, but that ray is snuffed out.
As that play is happening, Sola just too well resourced there.
Fluxo are putting themselves into such a difficult situation, though. I mean, this is a fantastic shot from History. This is exactly what they need. They've bought into this with very little utility. Nathan is still holding down the angle, hoping for a re-peek and a mistake, but that's never coming. Feels like that commitment's already paid off with the advantage they've been given, but DRG is in an awkward position. That advantage is extended. Piria shuts him down 5-on-3. The save is called already.
Wow. Great setup right there from Piria, giving himself the love the flashbang. As you said, it's a bit of a gamble stack.
He's in his Miley Cyrus arc. He can buy himself flowers, write his own name in the sand, and flash for himself for hours.
Yeah, who needs support there?
Yeah.
Do it yourself. No excuses for roll cells anymore. They're gonna hunt down though. They're kind of circling around.
I mean, that's a risky move to be going for. It's not like they've got the money themselves to really work with, but at the very least with the utility, you can see the logic behind it. No one really to be displaced. CT's got smokes as well. Art will be peeking forward into nothingness, but like I said, committing too hard is probably not the best of ideas. Ooh. That one though is Art. Very nice.
Getting cute with it right there. Oh, they just wanted to scare him a little bit.
Double up now out for the CT side.
That secondary play. Well, now single.
Maybe don't peek him. Grenade to pop open the smoke. The B-bomb side is completely empty. They need to take mid and they need to do it fast. They know this as well. They do have the extra HEs should they want to push through, but Destiny's wondering whether they want to reveal either. It's a 3-on-1 on the B-bomb side. Despite the fact that Fluxo is so split up, it really is impossible to rotate with History watching out, and Kai finds a critical kill. Solid. They simply can't play into mid-control if they keep losing an early man like this to History.
Yeah, I mean, they have a couple different options here, and like you said, fighting History in middle is not one of them. Nice exit from Nithon to make sure that he stays alive for now. But You know, resources towards Cat might be the move in the future. You know, maybe a boost here for Nithon in their future as well. Something along those lines, because history's just working them in middle here. As Nyx is looking to work some exits. We'll find it. GBB falls in. Furia just snipes out Nithon here with his AK.
And it's easier
You know, giving him the mid duels here is so confident, so comfortable for him. But, you know, Nithon running right back into that.
Oh,
nice
beautiful.
coverage, though, able to sneak it onto Art.
It's exactly the kind of angle you want to see from Nithon being held. Gives him the early advantage, doesn't have to take too much of a risky duel, backs off, recedes, and now you've got yourself exactly where you want to be. Destiny's ready. Is there an HE? Doesn't feel like there is. He maybe just wants to push through with a flashbang to help out at most, but there's a spam that he has to be worried about as well. Destiny's wondering exactly when to start pushing. He's going to be able to find one before he dies. That's all they needed, and now Kai is the one who's bringing things back, but for how long? Piria's commitment in from tunnels is perfectly timed. It saves his teammate, and with history still alive when his post spawned, this becomes all the more deadly, all the more dangerous. There's an incendiary and a flashbang, neither one of which might be used. There's an all-barrel sticking out. Nithon's a goner. Now her history might be as well. The history's not a goner. GBB might be as well. They're on the same team.
To turn the attention away from tunnels and in towards middle, just as I mentioned earlier, with a lot more resources now being spent in this tunnel's direction. We'll see how this B side holds up. Early on, the mid side falls quickly, and that's going to force a panic.
DRG's been able to pick one up, and he's got back up behind it. Tamada as well takes on Piria. DRG swiveled around, and Art is taken down. That late lurker might never get a chance to activate, but history's given him time. Nithon, however, finishes off history, picks up a second as well. The top of that smoke proves to be traitorous, and Fluxo will not be able to seal the deal just yet. The problem is that's only if you're worried about a single lurker. There are 4 coming over this way, and Nithon might be posted, but it's all about getting that first shot. There's no flashbang, and it won't be possible to move past. Secondary flashbang from Nithon is dodged, but it just buys them more space. GBB up top, it's a difficult angle, but Nyx will adjust.
That's clean. Still have that op posted up there. Nithon, you still have to get past him. That's a huge question mark. A lot of utility being dispensed to try and flush him out of position. He holds his ground. He doesn't falter. He doesn't move. They continue to jiggle him out. They're looking to bait his shot out, but eventually he'll fold and give him that space. They immediately adjust towards Catwalk as well as the next step, and they will cover the area, and they have to fight now for the site control from Catwalk.
Goes next. DRG's taken down. Second player, they know where he is, but Nithon's been able to evade capture so far. History trying to cover off CT. Destiny is the danger man, but look out behind. History still got it. Tamade reveals presence with a headshot. That's the best way you can hope to do it, but History's just a bit too fast. Kai is suddenly going to be facing down against players who do not want any of this smoke. Solid will concede.
Just a couple low HP bars as well, but you get that op posted up in a very good position. Cover off the aggression from CT spawn. You're going to save the Destiny being low just the same. Try and end this with a pick from History towards B. He dodges the flash. They're looking to hold on to the utility, but History's making his move through the flames. Gonna give up his life. All in on that play. And a rare opening onto History, which provides so much relief here.
Genuinely insane. The bomb is also back in the spawn right now for Fluxo. This is the worst possible space to be in, and that bomb might not even be entertained at the rate that this is going.
That guy's going to be a little bit far removed. Ooh,
right through the legs.
There for Nithon. Pushing the issue on B.
It's going to be a push through the mid-smoke that they've put down. It's Destiny who's completely ready for it. Shuts down Peria, and there's DRG with the second. So Kai all alone, a 1 versus 5. As much as I might have showered him with love, I don't think there's quite enough water left to be able to pull that one off.
Look to out this one away. Nice tap on a GBB. Looking precise. Pretty sure, you know, Fluxo got all the money in the world here for OT, so if you're on the CT side, you really don't want to lose any more bodies to him. They won't. Destiny will go and take charge. Fluxo.
It would be heartbreaking for Fluxo to allow their opponents to come back in a fashion like this, and Kai wants to take things into his own hands. A grenade at his face will not matter. It barely tickles him. Destiny's blind as a bat, and he's got no echolocation. He does have bullets, though. Somehow gets two. History will trade. GBB maybe not even expecting the kind of success his teammate was able to find over there. It is going to be more duels to be taken out in long. The Molotov to try and force Nathan out. He doesn't have a smoke, but he will have that position still held on. Will it go checked? Will it be cleared? It doesn't seem like it should be, but with Kai taking a quick shot to the legs, it'll be enough to trade out with Nathan's live Fluxo. 2 kills away from sealing the deal over here on their opponent's map pick.
Getting close to the finish line here. So close they can taste victory. HE to blow open that smoke if Tamonte so chooses. But instead, a gap in it, and he'll capitalize.
DRG will be able to find that second as well. It feels like Solid's not done yet. History, the man who's done it all, the man who's opened almost every round, must now close one. The bomb is near the site. At least there's no problems about covering that distance. He will be allowed to do so as Solid is elected to split up. The bomb can be planted, and it will be. History's gone for that full commitment. Suddenly, the ball is in the CT court. Is he ready for the long peek, though, coming up from DRG? He checks for it, but DRG's already moved past. He's playing from behind the side boxes. It all comes down to the flick, and it will not come. DRG brings it back. Solid will somehow clamor to get 12.
I imagine History is a little bit vocal. Seems like a talker.
Yeah. I know what History's saying. 1 dead. 2 dead. Guys,
History
come on. Nathan peeks out. That initial shot will not connect. It will be free real estate, but maybe not quite so free. It's going to be GBB comes in, gets the backstab from the front. He's still looking for more. Back into the smoke he goes. How? How is this happening? Nathan's even managed to get one, and Fluxo are limping and crawling all over the site on their knees, begging for a little bit more. And although History gets some nice, beautiful few kills, it's all cosmetic. It is all cosmetic.
I think on top of those the new boxes.
That looks like there might be folks pretty close by to each other. Nathan having to punish, and that bomb is still going to have to cross by an AWP scope. Nathan is waiting for exactly that. If History falls, that could be it. But Art's been able to take a lot more space, and GBB is ready for Nathan. Still responds, but still that bomb is stuck. It can't cross over. History is getting the kills, and Kai reveals position. Nathan refaces, but he's missed his chance to win the round for his team there and then. And all in the meanwhile, that dangerous lurk coming down middle is hunting for these two players in CT. Nix will find him turned around. Good for that first. No, he's missed it. It'll be DRG to trade and back to a one-on-one. Kai is low, 51 HP. And an M4 picked up that grenade. That grenade! Right to the dome!
Now they got themselves 2 rounds here in OT, looking for a third. It's fast along again.
Fluxo just keep trying to run into this brick wall, and so far, it's been a tough time getting it to vanish. 1 for 1 might be one of the best openings they've had so far on long, to be fair. The past few rounds at the very least. 3 flashbangs out from the CT are perfectly placed. Birya, though, wants to try and move through the smoke. His teammates are clearing gaps in it so that he has a chance to start doing just that. CTs might not be ready. There's a chance to start peeking into CT, but now Destiny will be able to get the better of him and more. What a continuation on that spray. Back to a 3-on-2. Solid really wanted to be able to find this 15th round, and DRG might have just guaranteed it.
DRG's doing everything now. Tamonte gonna wrap this one up. You can op, you can rifle, you can clutch.
One of them already expended down in towards middle. Art, at the very least, is not trained in from window to middle, so this full mid to B might be the play.
Absolutely,
30 seconds.
I mean, open access here. Nix is under pressure.
Has to get these kills. Good for the one. Peeks out for the quick headshot, and Art's already found another elsewhere. Nix will die, but again, time is not on their side. It's ticking down low, and Art is yet to be isolated on the bomb site. They get it done. It takes too long for Team Solid to try and creep up through middle.
As they retreat and Solid fill their position.
That boost has wasted so much time, despite the fact that they've still been able to get full shot control. Art on the op is just a different player, apparently. Will there be any flashes? They need to be. Nithon tosses one out. It's Art who goes by unflashed, unscathed, and you can't say the same about his opponents. It could be the ace. Hunts for it, finds it, stays alive.
Oh, Art playing the deadliest game of whack-a-mole, and he just stays away from the hammer. Instead, he's hammering down that solid piece by piece. Dicing him up right there. Every shot connected. Quick enough to evade any of those crosshairs. It all on the line here once again for Fluxo. Able to fight on, and they make a decisive move, man. What a call. What a motion here. Pyria strikes for 2. Completely blindsiding him.
Bro.
And now they are so well set up here. You have to run into history's op again. We know how that goes.
This round feels impossible. How do you move past this? Flashbang is good, well placed. The Molotov back towards ramp will at least displace for a while longer, but there's HEs where that came from more and more and more. Bomb will be able to make the crossover and be planted, but it's the back that you have to be careful about. The flank is inevitable. Nix is the one to deliver it. Tomatic good for 1, but while he's reloading, Nix gets freebies. Freebies and freebies. 15 and 15. Fluxo will equalize. No deals being offered up at all by Fluxo either in any of these traditional spots. If you're not taking duels and you're keeping your util, look, you're gonna have to hit some shots, but so far that's not really been their problem.
Last finger for Kai.
Oh my god, Kai didn't even fully need it. Gets a straight extra bullet in the corner as well. DRG could have gone down to it. Nix wants to push and he knows why. It's straight in he goes. Could be 3. Pulls out the USB. It's Nithon to still shut him down. 2-on-2 and the bomb can be planted if it's tossed over. And it was not. History will quickly punish that error. DRG was brought down low early on into the round and still managed to survive all throughout, waiting for a push in from window that'll never come. Takes that first duel into tunnels, knows where number 2 is. History's around the corner, just needs that one magic shot to shut him down. DRG will do just that.
Ice cold. Smoke for the molly. They're gonna try and fight forward here. The area blinded up, so is Sky, but they just ignore the flashes and fire through them.
The A-long trap for the T side has been very real.
The A-long to lose around pipeline.
It feels like Solid might have redirected, though. They have managed to come through in middle. There's a duel to take. History on the other side, head-to-head, but History's hidden away. He's not peeking this one. It's a quick smoke down, and Nathan's really, really hoping for this one to come through. History just doesn't want to give it to him.
I mean, has the perfect read. But as you said, History not giving him a chance to fire off that op. Not just yet. Now they're going to overwhelm this B side.
Oh my god, Nathan's trying to enter in now with the Tech 9 as well. Just trying to run him down. Art's going to be caught on either side, but DRG's too far back. Now he commits. It's a slow and sloppy spray. Elsewhere, History pushes through, misses his shot onto a blind man, and DRG recedes back to CT spawn. Guy's all alone. Man hyped up but not necessarily delivering full potential yet. Now will be no different. He cannot get the critical kill, but Nithon on that entry into the B bomb site.
Misses, and that is a deadly price to pay. DRG continuing to lift them through this T side. They couldn't get any T side rounds with 3 chances to close, but now with the pressure off, they're right back to winning ways here. Art going all in. Fluxo have lived on those motions. They've been successful in a lot of them, but this time it's punished.
There's another aggressive play being lined up right now. It's out towards A-long where Kai really wants some of this smoke.
He wants it so bad, and understandably so. Will he ever make the move in time? That was the big question, because B is severely weakened, and Solid are looking to make a decisive move out into the site.
Nice force back out of History. History's been forced to expend that smoke as well. They have no idea what's coming over to the B bomb site. Nix will have 0 reinforcement because DRG is keeping mid busy as well. Nix just needs to get it done with a FAMAS. Not the ideal weapon for the job, and it might be concession right here. History's opt to try and retake the initial peak will not be afforded to him. Everyone just hidden away from window. There are re-smokes available as well. Plenty of them, but History finds Nithon receding back. back flat area. Nade out is good as well. It's going to be GBB feeling the pain. Are there flashes? Doesn't seem like it. Are there kits? Doesn't seem like it. It's getting closer and closer to the clock, but Pirius found the critical kill. Trades galore. GBB still alive, and it's going to be swapping out for the M4. History needs to get it down over here, but he just cannot deliver in the clutch. It's again 3 in a row for Solid on this T side.
Double up back in play here. DRG back in full swing of things here.
Art's trying to get aggressive and maintain the position. That's a move. Oh, head spotted, head gone. History. Sorry, buddy. This time it's DRG on the other side.
Oh, timing though for Pyria.
Is he able to find this though? Yes, he will. And Nathan wasn't really ready to try and go for that mid cover either. Otherwise, it could have been a quick trade. DRG, however, will at least be fine from beyond the grave, knowing that Pyria has been forced away and the advantage is still there. Smoke is awkward.
Oh, yeah. And it perfectly threaded. Pyria breathing new life. And another chance. Tamate expecting the respect, but not giving it. From a 5v3 to a crumbled round, all at the hands of Pyria, who changes the tides instantly. Double ups maintained here for sure, but that's going to be a save call. And Fluxo are hanging in there.
Please call a tactical timeout, Solid.
Got to be some sort of block in the mental here that they got to overcome. They don't call a timeout, as you mentioned. Try and do it. Not just yet, at least. AWP on the right line here. Nighthon not even watching lower this position. Instead, lines up a collateral, rather. Nearly a multi-kill there. Does a lot of damage on Pyria, but they at least trade it back here on the CT side.
Oh, beautifully done again. Giving themselves that solid start that the double ops on Solid have been good at. They smoke out with a flashbang. DRG will be backing off. He still has Tamate around the corner. And reflash over to try and get that peek with an incendiary and a boot. Tamate picks it up and he's going to be able to back off to B. 4 versus 2, suddenly fantastic reset, and the aggression from short should be able to shut it down. Solid have winning ways defined in front of them, but GBB turns away, and Nathan's all alone. The op shot's been missed. It's back to a 2-on-2 with no access to the A-bomb site. Solid keep losing control of rounds that they have in their pocket, but this merry little hole is bleeding them through.
TRG still alive in a late round is such a relief. But they got to get past history and his AWP. Double up in the catwalk aggression right now.
Molotov doesn't go far enough either. There's 2 players inside ramp as well at the same time. This is not going to be expected at all. And if history continues to peak like this, it's going to be difficult. DRG, considering the stake, considering the push, but it's just not a chance given to him. A 4 versus 2 loss immediately after a 5v3. By God, please call it tactical.
That Solid have had before they've been given another chance to redeem the regulation, and not the time to disconnect right there.
This is likely going to be a reset. No, actually, history's been dealt damage. We can't, yeah.
Past the op scope as well of Nithon to try and equalize. DRG's been steady, but he's going to have to be an absolute beast. Miss, but a molly out is going to allow him to survive. Not for too long.
Art's been able to take him down. This round feels like a goner already, but maybe Nathan can fight back and correct his wrongs from the previous. That one miss, that's going to be haunting him. But at the end of the day, you are 3 versus 4 with another smoke still ready for B doors. And you're split up across everyone. No one at all is going to be able to peek together. The time taken means that Fluxo has been able to put themselves into perfect post-on positions. History potentially to take first contact. That contact is amply defined. Gun barrel sticking out. Kai's been given another freebie. It is 6 in a row. Like you mentioned.
So that's just rounds converted right there for the squad. Meanwhile, you know, history probably has a lot of openers that also win rounds, but either way, you know, just a back and forth between those 2 powerhouses at the moment. This time, Presence on Kawak with the rifle.
Nicely done from Destiny. Even managed to back off. Oh no, Destiny's been replaced by Knights. The History realizes, wait, that's not the kill feed that I was expecting to see. Back to a 3-on-2 as Fluxo, with the advantage they found, will have full control over this A site and a bomb that can be planted. Keep an eye out for middle. DRG is about to be found. Sorry, buddy. Hot hand or not, Nyx is going to get your back instead. So, Tamade, the man of many disconnects, is back, and he is hoping for a couple of nice connections instead. Flash is where he turns around, and Art says, I'm okay with shooting blind. That's all fine by me. It's going to be a 3-man CT crunch down back into middle, though. This is absolutely a fight they want to take. It's Tamade to be fighting in through the smoke, though, so Destiny's basically alone. Suddenly, Tamade and DRG will have to try and fend off that secondary prong of assault. As DRG goes back to the site, Tamade's already hit the deck. Kai, not ready to adjust, will do it anyway. And that 4 versus 2 that Fluxo's been able to find, they're not the ones who've been struggling to close, but maybe that'll change. GBB picks up number 1. History has to be careful not to cross over. Nathan is hoping, praying for just that move to be made. But meanwhile, look at Area. He's all the way in. GBB doesn't even know where to look, where to hunt. Kai, freebie coming his way.
I just want the whole thing right there. Fluxo take charge, and all that investment in the mid duel right there. Get very little out of that sacrifice. It already puts DRG in a tough position as he couldn't hold up B. And Fluxo running it back towards this long duel. Double up on the aggro here. Nithon's up turns away though. Kai at least given a chance to turn this corner, and when he's given that chance, he will punish. Oh, in a big way.
But it's into certain death. Tamate as well might be victim number 3. He's trying to push forward. Kai is ready. He's done it all on his own. Fluxo set up for their own 3-0 start to an overtime half finally. Unless DRG gets some sort of magic going, but no, there is no magic here.
No, absolutely not. Might be able to cut something off and lower here at the very least, but is he going to be arriving on the scene in time? He might. But he's now teamless right now. He's completely isolated. Oh, they overlook it. Couple of kills there at a DRG, but Kai's too strong. Fights 4.
Combined off the back of some fantastic play from History early on, and the veterans all bringing it back together. It has turned out to be maybe one that Fluxo can steal away. 3 chances to do just that. Nyx taking first point into many, many players. Good for 2, good for 3. Kai sold one of them, but he did most of the heavy lifting. My God. This is still not done, though.
It's Solid looking to pull back a 4v2.
Maybe just waiting for DRG to make a move, but time is not really in their favor, especially when History's on the other side of the mid doors. Now, Tamade left all alone, 44 HP, and it has to be the best shots of his life if he wants to make this one work. M4A1 on the other side. Kai will be grateful for that smoke. Doesn't need it at all. Just a quick shot to the head, and that's it. Fluxo steal it away.
Yeah, and that last OT as well. History heating up. You know, past the point of a boil, you're able to have a lot more impact and closing out. Pretty heavy with the gamble stacks here on these pistol rounds, as we're seeing once again. And Fluxo just going to take full advantage of that. Already deciding on the quick A play and CT control while they're at it. They are full speed ahead, but they run into a full CT side rotate.
They're peeking all the way deep into USBs, running back from B. And now, in the meanwhile, the T side will be able to retake into jungle, get that control. They have to be wary about the flank, and indeed they are. But it's going to be a reface back in. DRG's on the bomb. Knife's already out inside. It's a knife battle, but it's with the wrong player. Defuse will still come through. I am wildly confused by some of these decisions. Let's start off with the fact that you are trying to face into what you know for a fact is going to be multiple USBs coming back in. I'm glad.
That's great.
About that social security number. It's going to be Peria pushing up. No security out here into short with nades and flashes all over the shop. Remember, there's that bomb plant from Fluxo that's afforded them a buy that looks pretty. But will it feel pretty when they're faced off with GBB? Nyx elsewhere already tagged down, but the timing comes out to apartments. It's Art to push forward. DRG good for 1 while Destiny keeps pushing forward this new and improved Farmers. just be a price change, but man, he looks good with it.
Oh, what about that
Okay.
Galil? We know same old Galil, but a couple of kills in an open A bomb site. Nick's gonna take the route in for at least a bomb plant. We're talking maybe a little bit of something extra.
I thought he was gonna push forward into jungle and look, we got a kill as well. This is actually just ridiculous. They have been given so much in this round. Nix is even going to be able to reroute back to Palace if he really wants to. DRG is the only one with a kit over here. He also has basically no HP. They do not have a smoke either. It all comes down to the first duel. If DRG dies far away in an awkward angle, no, not too bad over here. Don't pull out the flash. He still wants to peek forward behind them, just buying time now. Knightson knows it, and he's turned away. It's just certain death. Arthur's got a very good position with the AWP right now. Art's going to be moving back and playing a late lurk instead. This execute is everything, but Nyx is blind completely, can no longer scale up. The Molotovs are depleted. Finally, one more thrown around the corner. Nyx will get the opening, and that is critical. Mate has so much more to do because of that. Still, they are waiting for Art to come back, regroup with them, but they have run out of utility, and the one that they had deployed earlier on is now extinguished. Things are getting hairy. Knightson still covering off the cross with the AWP, worried about a late lurk to come through, but one that might never be there.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to be concerned about Art here all the while, but that lack of utility that's left here on this T side is going to be a huge problem. They have to wait for Solid to budge on some rotates here, but hearing that jump through, they're not going to budge at all. Destiny keeps things nice and level. And another op shot from Nython there, covering off Kai.
You still haven't dealt with the double CT presence back in spawn as well. Now one of them taken down. It has to be Tamade to go for a secondary peek. Keeps himself alive around the corner of the smoke while the bomb is being planted. Nyx discovers Destiny. It all comes down to Nython, really. Tamade not in position to do too much. That HE doesn't find the weakened player. Nyx will be A-okay, and Solid will move back to save.
Looks like with a lot of attention turned this way. Just another smoke actually sent in towards bottom connector, so... not making that move just yet. Probably eats an HE. Gets his util set off.
Art's turned around, but still manages to catch that flashbang, unfortunately for him. But this A-bomb site looking mighty vacant again and again and again. The bomb is not making its crossover. They're worried about CT presence, and a late flashbang back towards jungle will at least be useful. Good deep Molotov means that the lack of climbing up from Nython is important, but watch out for Kai and his late lurk through. This could still be a weak CT side if they can keep them away with the flash. Pyria watches out for Destiny, and he's caught him out all in the meanwhile. Kai might be too late. Nyx has to hold down the line, isn't able to do so, and history will fall as well. Kai's too far away. There's a smoke down as well. He comes through jungle and sit, and Tomato was ready for it.
A great awareness there from Tamate. Yeah, can't do anything else. He covers off the Palace flank that was coming through, you know, very shortly into that post plant. Finally, we see, without the massive amount of resistance there from Solid, a bit of aggression work out well for Art to take this connector control and then try and scale forward.
A-main's a problem.
They're moving quickly.
CTs have already gotten in fantastic positions. They can block off the bomb. They'll fight in exactly for that. History is the one with the AWP taking charge. Moving in, GBB alone will have another chance at a fight. An Incendiary to buy time, and he's bought a frag with it. Kai waits for a nice little shot through, but there's too many more where that came from. Solid again. Some hot moves and hotter hands. Maybe not a cooler head.
Trying back towards his hate plays, as diagnosed. Time not the best of purchases, but another HE to try and give Nython some vision, enough to take down the area. Nice pluck of the op shot, but a great reaction from Art to get aggressive and catch Destiny.
Good flash round from Kai as well. Suddenly 3 players coming in from CT. There's no one in jungle except for a late presence that GBB cannot commit to. This is a fantastic position from Nyx. This time he's going to have a free duel. DRG will trade, but Tamata's death makes it so much more difficult. A smoke on the bomb is useful and all, but Kai right behind it will be able to spot out the player, re-peeking back over. It's GBB to find the timing to push through. History waits with a knife, will be able to swing it. He misses the chance, will reclaim it, and that might be Fluxo's way back in again. It's the early A-site execute to punish.
The post plants hold together like glue. That's exactly what you got to do here. If you're Fluxo to get back on the board here, but that's an aggressive fight. Nighton looking to take matters into his own hands. And that's exactly what he does.
It's Trace and Kai has finally been able to actually find some impact. These past few rounds have been incredibly critical, but now his time is over and Fluxo is right back to impossible circumstances. Unless you give History a chance to collect a kill, maybe Art can still get this. He knows where Tamati is as well. He knows positions for two, but Nighton recovers a chance over from short. Good for the quick frag. Oh, they're not from short. I'm sorry. It is inside the A site where History as well finds some space only to have Destiny take it right back. Well, Fluxo hopes to get some fruit out towards this A-bomb side. It's the only thing that's worked for them so far. Another round is absolutely vital. Flashes well placed, but that was never the question asked. Kai moves over. The bomb be planted? Well, it can be if it was Art wielding it. It is not, but still, we'll be able to replace him. There are 4 players potentially going to be coming in from CT spawn. This is madness. This is absolute madness. History is either going to have a field day or he's going to be sent to the ground. He's missed his first chance, but GBB will not. Nighton takes out History as well. And all in the meanwhile, it is fallen apart. The A site will crumble. It's time. It's the T side who are on the nice little sweet bits falling on the floor. This is such a difficult angle. I mean, how am I supposed to see Tomato's face with the way this camera is pointed? I hope you appreciated that one. I appreciate these shots coming out from History and Kai, though. Very nice stopping power. Oh my goodness. Get to see them firsthand.
I want to see Tomate's POV because I wasn't really looking at his player cam.
Damn.
Oh, there it is. For the forehead cam, there it is.
Well, that forehead is sticking out. It's hard to not be shot at. It's the only thing you can see. Hey, there you go. You're going to zoom in as well.
Perfectly timed. 4 HP as well. I mean, it's meant to be. Not going to happen. There's the full view.
No.
They're making a move all over the map as well. Art jumping out towards middle. Heading in towards underpass, you've got Apps aggression deep for Kai. Oh, Tomate's gonna walk right to his open arms. Thank you very much.
AK, yes please. Rerouting back from despawn is incredibly good from Solid though. Just otherwise you are walking into a world of pain if you're even thinking about underpass. And without anyone to throw the window smoke, it's understandable. You're probably not going to go underpass. But time's going to be ticking down low. No one has actually committed over, and Kai has the most deadly thing you can have on the CT side, which is green bottle Molotov on the B-bomb site. This is genuinely impossible to get past if they don't have a smoke for it, and they are low on smoke, so you have to be careful about your utility. There goes out that molly. Kai's going to be able to block them off initially, and as GBB pushes forward, it's a stray headshot. The moving bullet, and DRG will return one more. Still 3-on-3 though. Art keeps it in. What? GBB just keeps it going. You have to say that.
You got to keep it in motion right there if you're GBB. He's on the fly right now landing these shots. And yeah, I'm right there with you. It's a non-starter here for the most part.
Even contending, looking for exits over here is so questionable. GBB's pulling out the Mac 10 mojo when he's got an AK in his hands.
It's working. Yeah, don't have a clue here. Forces Solid with that deep smoke and early fight into Plan B, and we'll see what Plan B really is. Pieria.
Also, got.
Just gets that info. They have another flash or anything of that nature? No, it's just going to be a smoke down and great flash in return. He still finds one.
Is he going to be able to pick up the second as well? But GBB and Tamate keep things in their favor. It has to be a quick peek out from jungle, but the flashbang keeps it away. Nyx as well. Just impossible circumstances continue to unravel. I mean, what can you do with an AWP coming back in on a rotate, on a retake from this position? It just doesn't seem possible, especially when they're already bombarding your teammate with util. You have to go back and save.
I'm going to give him a taste of that medicine. A lot of resistance in towards middle. for the defense as well. Op included in that, but that's going to expose him. Wide open there's Art.
Art's just been completely caught out. History at the very least can trade on one spot, but Kai's the one who's really a Viper in the midst. History adds another to it, so Kai's death will be avenged preemptively. Wow. That's the best kind of vengeance. Bomb recovered. To the player on the side. Over towards B. Nyx waits in, gets a freebie. Bomb's been dropped as well, and now suddenly that shot that's been missed means... Whoa. Okay. Not the cleanest, but it's all good. Well, for Fluxo right now, they're hoping to be given a chance to provide some smack talk, but when you're down 6 and 11 facing a couple of barrels, this has to be the round that you win. Solid's money is not fantastic. Destiny peeking into the AWP. History was waiting for that. But maybe these ants have made the right call.
They brought the food home.
There's been this aggression all the way through Palace to have cleared out the ace site. Art has made a call, stick to B, stick to B. Too worried though, 30 seconds. Priya watches out. DRG's been caught. Nice shot from Nyx mid-air, and GBB gets the jump on Kai and more. Where that came from. The dismantler of B continues his tricks, and Priya will not be given a chance to take him down. It's all about Art, and GBB's got no reason to peek, so Priya will do it for him. Finds a bomber right next to him as well, and while the scope will be around the corner, Priya's hunting for an ace. Shadow spotted, time low, game still on.
Oh my god, what a massive amount of impact right there from Pieria. Able to close it out. Does feel like Fluxo are kind of getting their hands forced right now in concession of this map control. We'll see how they react to taking it back here.
DRG's been able to find Perry over here. It has to be a move from Nyx. He spots out, finds one more, and it's DRG who just doesn't respond to GBB's death. 4 versus 3 now brought back to just 3 apiece on either side. The damage is fantastic, and Nyx will shut down Nathan before the bomb plant. A flashbang forward as well, but it doesn't go where it needed to. Kai is going to be swearing. That flash was supposed to do more than it does, but both players low on this T side. Tamade doesn't care. The wallbang certainly possible, but not lined up at all. Nyx has got the HP and a kit to boot. He will find that first, second position known. No, Tamade could still be behind that triple box. He's stuck behind CT. Head found, given up, easy peasy. Tell that to Dust too.
True. See if Mirage shows the same story.
Right place for history now. But he still has to write it. Oh, Destiny spotted out somehow or the other, but it's just not the kill for Barrier. Really looked like it should have been. Been able to at least disrupt for a while. Maintains position as well. Will get Destiny finally. Does he know there's another player? Where that came from, it won't matter. Still gets a double kill in close range. On the op is a peak that is maybe not the best. Art taken down. And smoke back to top con. Solid is still yet to commit. The CTs are going to be able to repopulate A.
So to bring in the cavalry here, I mean, smokes are soon going to fade. You only have a couple flashbangs here. So again, it's a question about how you plant this bomb on the side of Solid if the end goal is A.
Oh, Nyx got the timing. No, not quite. GBB gets it done. All comes down to history, and there aren't flashes. There are not flashes to clear him away. He spots out the bomb, takes it down. Kai's unexpected.
Gonna boost.
Need to peek. He knows it as well. There's no reason to. Nathan needs to find this kill. He's realized what's going on. Nathan's going to be taken down over here as well. Solid cannot close it over here unless GBB gets it done. Ammo is low, and he still gets it. Wills this round into existence. It is the full ace. 20 on the board, and none as important as his last few. And I hate to say that, but he was literally 0-7, while Kai was like 0-6.
Oh so, yeah. I didn't say Art picked up the weight. Sorry, he just had to maybe put more weight on his shoulders that then crushed the whole of Fluxo. It felt like
maybe. But listen, now it's time for the T-side pistol, and GBB starts off strong. Destiny's right there with him as well, and it's going to be an isolated duel out towards the back of the bomb site. Nyx has been spotted out. The shadow was visible, but for some reason GBB is pointedly ignoring him. Look at the adjustment, though.
Oh my
Brother,
god.
GBB is on fire right now, by the way.
It looked like
Ace
he had
to
to
finish
take
out
some time
Mirage.
to calculate. It's a full house between the duo. Yeah, it just looked like GBB froze there for a second and finally just instantly swiped away there. I don't know if he did quite catch visual there. He's so locked in. As you can see right there, still covers off Nix and just doesn't miss a beat. That's the dual brightest turn on the corner with some fury, and
So I'm looking forward to seeing how that progress has been made. I won't lie to you and say I've been watching demos of Fluxo since then. I've, tuned into the odd game here or there. Now's when I want to really see it put to the test. Nix will find that initial kill. GBB taken down. Destiny trades.
they get so far past it here, but Art still holds the line, and Destiny's too low. One bullet away from death here. Art does avoid the contact for now, but avoids that flash being just the same. Utility continues to rein in, but there's no coverage for this long side. No matter though, Nithon's still playing some digits. I don't know how Destiny's still kicking. He's avoiding these crosshairs so effectively and fighting for Destiny. Stays alive just in time for Nithon to strike, and then he closes.
Honestly, just name Destiny does get the kill in the end, but Nithon with two fantastic frags sells it.
Draws that attention. I can't believe how easy it was there for Destiny to close out that last kill. This time though, Flash is very effective on the CT side. Big victory there. Zart still has a rifle, looking to use it, but overwhelmed from the top ropes. There's still a player in the cubby. What gun does he have though? Is it a Deagle?
It feels like it should be. Well, there you go. We found out Deagle's on either side, and guess what? Red Room's got another one. Kai's picked up a weapon. It's an AK-47. Now comes into play, shows it off. Fluxo off the back of one gun from Art, which doesn't even get a kill, just some good damage and distraction.
His counterpart only has a pistol. Good position to find yourself on. Trying to build some confidence back into this thing. See if you can do it again for Fluxo.
Oh, Nate is fantastic. Solid are walking in wounded, and they are feeling the pain thrice over. Art, where were you in Mirage?
What is that?
Exactly what I wanted to see. The Legend of 2018 ECS Season 5. Shout out to Tony for helping us get through that one. Solid are going to be on the full eco. This should be Fluxo's easy round. And, well, you can see why. You can see why. That's pretty clean, actually. One mag for all five. That's fun.
That's going to help his rating. There we go. Nice little spray done. Perfectly executed. And Art certainly making some big statements here in map 3. Double up in towards Dave's side. This flash to be avoided, but oh, it's perfectly placed, and the trade's even better. GBB, again, as soon as things go wrong, it feels like he can pick up the pieces for Solid.
Oh, Destiny's watching out for this one. He's so ready. Gosh, that is disastrous. The A-bomb site suddenly open, but mid is where the problem lies. It is history. He can find this. He misses the shot. He misses the chance. Back to B they go. Kai has to hold on. That ace from before, those empty calories are put away. It's steak on the menu. Meat on the table. Do you have the stomach to take it down? Kai's trying to flank. Nathan's ready for it. No, I've lied to you. They've both dodged each other.
Made a gamble call here towards B, really hoping that that was the end goal. That was the direction they're heading, but Solid managed to evade the crosshairs so effectively. All a game of timing.
I have to say, DRG has also been doing just a fantastic job. From Dust 2 to now, yes, Dust 2, absolutely, there are places where he should have been able to stabilize the troops and close it out. There are failings to be leveled at him, but we even bring it back to that relevancy now on Ancient, just fully controlling, changing up these bases as well. Now, slower retake over to B. It's going to be finding two players back towards Cheetah. Nyx is completely alone. He'll be able to find that first kill, and the CDs are pushing forward. That defense finally being mounted. Second player not expected. This is what Fluxo needed.
By that point, you're starting to thread in other angles into the mix. Fluxo find their way back into the swing of things. You got to keep carrying forward on the CT side. It can't just be a flash in the pan. And now Flash is heading in towards Catwalk. Art's past the smoke, and he transfers it onto GBB. Just holding mouse one. Art wants it all, though, as he reaggresses it towards middle, tapping them out of the server. Art again in full control of Fluxo. And Kai to close. Coming in to clean up the scraps. Art is taking over single-handedly with his impact, with his ability. And it's up against rifles. Oh, he's looking to make it 3.
Oh no, he's going to be taken down. GBB was ready for the second as well, but he can't collect. Watch out for this cave push that might be planned. Peria decides against it. He's been called back. They're not worried about mid. They'll have that reclear. Nyx is caught out in the open. Tomate is able to take him down. And that leaves the B-bomb site largely undefended. There's only one player here, Peria, who'd been pushed back from cave, but Kai has somehow won the duel out in middle and has history backing him up for more. Resmoke is good. Resmoke is great. It's going to give them a clear path forward, but the problem is Peria is not going to be waiting around either. It is DRG alone, and clutches he has won, but here's a knife about to be put right in his back. Fluxo are up to 7. So far, Solid has won every single pistol round in this entire series. Can they make it an undefeated streak, or will Fluxo be able to tilt on their favor? GBB good for 1. Beria Jr. already low inside the site, taken away. The dualies will just continue to flay them alive. GBB wants it all, and he will deliver a second ace at a critical juncture.
2 aces in one series right now is crazy, and GBB now getting a chance to activate on the CT side with a pistol ace. Dual Beretta's raid boss. And a boss he is. So he will not let them enter into this B side by any means. Great setup from the CT side. That DRG flashbang, you can see how well coordinated it is. These players and these teams to lean in on.
What? Peria still gets 1 and almost a second? Fluxo has just been getting kills blind again and again.
That's too easy to capitalize on from Art there. Catching Destiny in transition. This is already being called off here. Enough established.
They might not be able to save.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Kai is waiting. He could get more. This could be disastrous. CTs have good money, so they will be able to buy in the next round regardless, but this is just setting Fluxo up for success. I love this. They can afford to lose up to 2 players here. What is the call with them, though? It is going to be, once again, a little bit early mid-presence. Not fully fighting for control, though. It is just Destiny to start moving back after those initial wave of flashes is avoided. It is a full commitment. Great reflashes from Knighton to give them the 5 versus 4.
And next reaction here out of Fluxo to try and scale out A, but a little slow on the uptick right now for Art and Nyx. It's going to leave them with the rotations and support arriving on the scene. Just a boost right now. Art, is he going to have the element of surprise? It doesn't look like it. Monte fully aware of that possibility, and he goes to clear it.
That's the 3 left alive. Fluxo was really hoping to be able to double up here, but instead it is on a single casualty on the CT side. The bomb is on the ground, and Kai, who has been lurking since the last round, is still yet to be given a duel. He's dodging everyone. Kai is going to be able to find a player with a back turn, potentially. I mean, it will... Guys, I can promise you we need to be looking at Kai here, or GBB. That's fine too, actually. To be fair, he probably gets this kill. I lied.
Just had to say it, didn't you?
For Art and Peria. Those are your activity, guys.
Yeah, fair enough. They are active as can be.
Not only they're actively looking for duels into Red Room, they've got 2 players who can cross over, but look at this response from Solid. The kitchen sink is here and waiting. They don't even need to throw it. they might not be ready for Pyria to be lurking here. This is dangerous. Pyria has a freebie behind him, but he's just not turned around to check it. Oh, no.
I mean, he could have more, though, on the table here. Sacrificing that opening in towards middle for something extra. If he can make his way through CT, but he's got to make some moves now.
He's waited too long. He can only get one kill at the best now. Mr. and company inside Cheetah now waiting. Nyx gets a quick wallbang in as well, but all in the meanwhile, it'll be the rotate that stopped from Pyria. Nathan starts to turn back and look over. DRG with the M4 is the only player who can really do anything to buy time for Destiny's flank to activate the bomb. Yet to be committed. They're so scared, and understandably so. DRG's always the one late on this site. Now reveals position. Kai peeks forward, head given up and put down, and they're just not ready for Destiny. And I don't mean that in the metaphorical sense. This is a 3-on-2 on the bomb site itself. Shoulder spotted out. History has been made. And Nyx is now left alone. Dead to right. Pyria's position known. They can stick the defuse. They've got the kid on DRG as well. It all falls apart.
He just looks so steady. There's no fast flicks. It's one onto the other. There's those multi-kills that you have to be able to provide.
Otherwise, Tech 9's close range, yeah, that's deadly. DRG, however, now needs to go up against the weapons, rifles. He's not going to take the duel. Instead, it's mid where Pyria's pushed forward right into his death. Kamada is actually managed to give out so many sound cues. He does get traced down in the end. DRG's position suspected, now known. So let's 3-on-3. Fluxo's in a good position. Watch out for that mid push that they have leveled through. The only problem is the bomb is quite disjointed. So they need to be able to find some space, ideally through art. It'll be hard for
Nyx.
Nyx.
Going to aggress.
You'd expect that with the double K setup, but maybe Art is the one who ends up moving into them. Nathan feels like he has control, but this smoke, this is what's really going to start to call the push forward.
With that smoke, it feels like the end goal should be B. But that's not necessarily the case at the moment. There's that re-aggression there. Eventually strung together by DRG. Called perfectly as he threads a kill in. Now the re-aggression from GBB following up. And the timing to perfection right there. As they catch Fluxo. Trying to reposition. Trying to find safety.
High-low setup as well. The flashbang that they turn away from. Don't reveal positions at all. No worries, but this could be over rotations back to B. This is problematic. Nathan has no idea. He manages to evade for now, but he can't push through. Incendiary buys really good time, but he pushes into the grenade. Art will intercept, give the AK over, and asks his teammates to push through. Art just wants to keep a hold of this Glock with the HP that he has. This is exactly what you want. The bomb's going to be planted. Art can clear out as well, but the AK is the one with the bomb. Nyx takes too long. Destiny gets 2 because of it. We're right back to a 3-on-3. At least the M4's been recovered, but Nyx needs more. This hero AK keeps on delivering. He's going for another one. Will not deliver this time. Art's M4 is hidden away back of the site. It's one from the tech, and Art has to finish. Tamade, no position for him to be favored in right now. Art will just not peek. The veterancy comes through again. The IGL clutches it out right when Fluxo needed him the most.
Waits before he makes his move. Rewarded with a side turned. Fluxo have just found their lifeline back into this map. Will it be taken away from them? GBB avoids the spam, but not so lucky for DRG.
I don't know, there's the second player just quite yet.
They seem aware.
They seem... Have they spotted out the gun barrel? Is that the call? GBB's still so scared
right now.
But the problem is there's already a player who's cheated past. It's going to be another free kill right now. Solid don't know. Solid don't know. They have no idea. And now, just as they turn around, GBB will commit, but it's Kai who has found the duel. Fluxo's 10th is secured.
I mean, dude, that duo right there.
And the economy of the CT is not good right now as a result of that.
Oh, they're hunting. They want everything.
This is fantastic. This is a perfect call. The HE as well. Destiny is gone. The Molotov would have guaranteed a roasted tomato. But Pyria will shoot him down just for good measure. There is no money. They have to overcome. They have to come through.
See what the move being made here. A lot of emphasis on this ramp side. History with the op elevated and Art making his entry pathing already. GBB put to the task, but he is locked in on laser focus from Art. And he finds the opening. DRG getting chased just the same. He still holds the line in cave, though. His teammates are falling at the wayside, and History coming alive right in front of our eyes. Another kill out of History as Tomate bests him. And it's a chance at the clutch here, but still in the post plant.
Absolutely vital. But no one's going to be giving him that peek. He's got an incendiary. He's got a smoke as well. But he has no idea where they are. For all he knows, they could be playing together. The incendiary is well placed. They'll take the duel, but it'll be delayed. No, it doesn't go far enough. It's the CT incendiary that comes back to bite him. He has no idea. Nyx is still there. It's quick cave control from Fluxo. They don't want to be fighting out towards middle at all. They will not give a chance to the CTs to win. It's a double in Molotov setup, but for DRG to consider re-peaking, this might not be the best places for him to go.
Kai making moves.
He goes into the double setup. It's at least one found by Nathan, and AK can be picked up as well. Will not choose to upgrade yet. Will now do so. Flux has to be careful. They actually don't have very much space at the rest of the map. A side is also a little bit more up for debate. To try and push into GBB would be worrisome.
Yeah, it looks like Solid just in a panic to rotate all over the map, but Destiny provides a little bit of safety and security. Catches out Nyx on that lurk. Still leaves just Tomate, as you said, over and towards his B side, and he's just playing a passive angle, so scaling into the site is available for this T side.
They can even go for the full bomb plot over here. The problem is what Art is up to. He's going so incredibly aggressive. History, the AWP needs to get the kill. He'll be spotted out, making a move. Pyria tries to take advantage of it. Will succeed. Art goes for more. Nathan just not ready. Not ready for that close range duel. Art needs to be careful. Can't be giving up his life for free. Not that he intends to. Fluxo might have lost the advantage early on, but this is what they were truly fighting for. The element of surprise. 3-on-2. Destiny pushes through. Op shot missed. Destiny picks up one. Pyria is down on the dumps. And AK now recovered. It will not matter. History and Art shut them down. Fluxo steal the series away.
God, it feels like we're just in a museum right now watching